Right from his beginning in 1965 in a small North Carolina town, life threw curveballs at him. When his family relocated to San Diego in 1967, young Rick, who was battling epilepsy, found solace in books about clever schemes and epic sea tales. School wasn't for him. He left early to sell fake luxury bags, quickly earning cash through risky means. His life took another spin when tragedy struck. His girlfriend Kim miscarried. Tune in. What challenges did Rick Harrison face next? Let's unveil the dramatic twists in his narrative. Rick was born on March 22, 1965, in Lexington, North Carolina. His father, Richard Benjamin Harrison Jr., served in the Navy, while his mother, Joanne Rue Harrison, raised the family. Growing up, he had an older brother, Chris, a younger brother, Joseph Kent, and a sister, Sherry Harrison, who sadly passed away at 6. The Harrison family experienced their share of ups and downs. His son Coy once hinted at their possible connection to Presidents William Henry and Benjamin Harrison, but Rick always had his reservations about these claims. As dusk fell one unassuming evening, Rick stumbled upon an old, dust-covered diary in the attic, its yellowed pages hinting at secrets that could not only confirm his presidential lineage but also shatter the family history he believed to be true. In 1967, the Harrison family moved to San Diego, California, due to a military transfer. At 8 years old, Rick began to experience epileptic seizures, leading to a lot of time spent in bed. During this period, he developed a passion for reading, particularly enjoying The Great Brain series by John D. Fitzgerald, which follows a young con artist. This time in his life greatly influenced Rick's early development. His interests extended beyond books. He was also captivated by physics and historical tales, especially those concerning the Royal Navy during the late 1700s and early 1800s. However, school wasn't his strong suit. Rick attended Taft Middle School in San Diego but left after the 10th grade to embark on his own venture, selling counterfeit Gucci bags. He earned as much as $2,000 a week. In the early 80s, after a failed real estate deal, his family moved to Las Vegas. At 17, Rick's life took a significant turn when his girlfriend Kim became pregnant. They faced a tough situation when Kim miscarried, but they soon married and had 2 sons, Coy and Adam. Unfortunately, the marriage didn't last long after Adam's birth. Rick met his second wife, Tracy, on a blind double date. They connected immediately, moved in together quickly, and married, blending their families with Rick's 2 sons. During the early 80s, Rick's father opened a small second-hand store in Las Vegas. Rick assisted during the day while repossessing cars at night. They eventually upgraded to a larger location on Fremont Street and later to a bustling area on Las Vegas Boulevard. In his autobiography, Rick shared how he and his father dreamed of transforming their shop into a pawn shop, a dream they ultimately realized, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. As they worked toward opening a pawn shop, they encountered an unexpected obstacle due to a regulation established in 1955. This rule complicated the process of obtaining new pawn shop licenses, as it limited the number based on the population of Las Vegas. By the late 1980s, the city's population had surged significantly, surpassing 200,000 people and continuing to grow rapidly. Determined to secure a license for his business, Harrison began making weekly visits to the city office to check the population figures, eagerly anticipating the day when the city would reach 250,000 residents. Once that milestone was achieved, it would open the door for a new pawn shop license. Let's rewind to 1989, when Harrison's grand aspirations began to materialize. In 1989, after much anticipation and a few legal challenges, the population finally reached the necessary number, and Harrison received the long-awaited license to open a pawn shop. With this pivotal step completed, he and his family excitedly opened the doors of the gold and silver pawn shop at 713 Las Vegas Boulevard South. This prime location, less than 2 miles from the famous Las Vegas Strip, perfectly positioned the business to attract both locals and tourists. Over the subsequent years, the business grew steadily. By 2005, the shop was thriving, with Harrison and his father offering around $3 million in loans annually. The interest from these loans generated about $700,000 each year, providing a stable and profitable income for the family business. As the shop's reputation expanded, so did its inventory. By 2006, the gold and silver pawn shop had gained particular notoriety for its impressive collection of sports memorabilia, with each item carrying its own unique story. One of the standout pieces was a Super Bowl ring from the 2001 New England Patriots, which had once belonged to professional football player Brock Williams. The shop also became a popular stop for gamblers in need of quick cash. Coy, Harrison's son, observed that many customers would come into the shop to pawn items, desperately seeking just enough money for gas to drive home after gambling losses. This trend further solidified the pawn shop's role in Las Vegas culture, as it became a go-to location for those requiring fast financial solutions. As time progressed, Harrison noted that jewelry remained the most commonly pawned items. This trend persisted even after the family's pawn shop was featured on a television show called Pawn Stars. By 2010, the shop typically held around 5,000 pawned items at any given time, out of a total of 12,000 items in the store. Harrison had long been working to turn his shop into the focus of a television series. After gaining some recognition when the shop appeared on the television show Insomniac with Dave Attell in 2003, Harrison spent the next 4 years advocating for a full television series centered on the pawn business. However, success did not come easily. It wasn't until 2008 that Brent Montgomery and Colby Gaines from Left Field Pictures proposed a new idea for a reality show set in Harrison's pawn shop. They reached out to Harrison, and together they began developing the concept. Initially, the show was pitched to HBO, but the network wanted to concentrate on the nighttime operations of the shop, shaping it into something akin to Taxicab Confessions. This idea didn't align with Harrison's vision, but the situation changed when the History Channel expressed interest. The most challenging part of the process was still ahead. In February 2019, a controversial video surfaced on YouTube, featuring Coy Harrison displaying a handgun in the shop. In the video, he indicated that he would use the gun to confront an intruder. Tensions escalated when a woman in the video was heard demanding the return of a wedding ring that her husband had sold to the pawn shop. The chaos prompted Nancy Dubuque, a key figure at the History Channel, to intervene and revise the show's format. She introduced on-camera experts to appraise various items brought into the shop and added a greater emphasis on the complex relationships between the staff and customers. With the pawn shop up and running, Harrison now faced new challenges in the realm of television. Initially, the show was going to be titled Pawning History, but the team at Left Field decided on the title Pawn Stars. This clever play on words enhanced the show's marketability, contributing to its recognition. The series featured Richard Harrison, known as the Old Man, along with his son Rick Harrison and his grandson Coy, also referred to as Big Hoss. Completing the team was Coy's childhood friend and shop employee, Austin Chumley Russell, whose personality added a lively dynamic to the group. By 2010, Harrison's contributions to the industry were acknowledged when he received the Pawnbroker of the Year award from the National Pawnbrokers Association. Even with these accolades, their success continued to flourish. In January 2011, Pawn Stars became the most-watched show on the History Channel and the second most-watched reality show on television, trailing only Jersey Shore. Later that same year, on June 7, Harrison released a book titled License to Pawn, Deals, Steals, and My Life at the Gold and Silver. The book was a hit, quickly climbing to number 22 on the New York Times bestseller list. Their fame reached new heights when Harrison, Coy, and Chumley made a special guest appearance in the American television series, iCarly. The episode, titled I Lost My Head in Vegas, aired on November 3, 2012, providing the Pawn Stars team with another significant boost in their public presence. In the fall of 2012, a man named Harrison portrayed the owner of a vintage shop in an episode called The Safe, from the show The Middle. Shortly after, in early 2014, he became the face of the Micro Touch One razor, a shaving tool for men. His role was substantial. He appeared in a commercial demonstrating the razor's features and benefits. By mid-2014, the History Channel introduced a new show titled United Stuff of America, created by the same team behind a popular program on the Starz network. This series delved into significant historical objects and their narratives, such as Andrew Jackson's cane used for self-defense, Abraham Lincoln's axe from his rail-splitting days, and Ulysses S. Grant's pencils, which he utilized to write his memoirs. In July of that same year, the History Channel debuted another program, a game show named Pornography Star. Harrison featured alongside Coy and Chumlee, where they challenged contestants competing to win items from the gold and silver pawn shop. During this period, however, a significant event occurred in Harrison's personal life, his father's death. This loss brought considerable emotional and financial challenges to the family. Richard Harrison, the eldest son, took on significant responsibilities early on. By the age of 14, he began driving a school bus, parking it at home every night, and waking up early to take children to school. He earned only a few dollars each week, but it helped the family. At 17, he met a young woman named Joanne Rue at a barn dance. Joanne's father was a respected county judge and later became a top lawyer for a major corporation in North Carolina. The couple wed in 1960, but their initial years were not smooth. Harrison made a poor choice by stealing a car, which landed him in court. He faced a decision between going to jail or joining the military. He opted for military service and enlisted in the Navy in 1958. Shortly after, Joanne became pregnant, but their joy was tempered by challenges. Their first child, Sherry, was born with Down syndrome, bringing both happiness and difficulties. Despite the fame brought by the TV show, personal struggles loomed ahead. But this wasn't the worst aspect. Despite their difficulties, Harrison and Joanne welcomed 3 more children. Knowing that Sherry would require medical care, Harrison re-enlisted in the Navy in 1962 to secure health benefits for her. Tragically, Sherry passed away at just 6 years old, which dealt a severe blow to the family. Nevertheless, Harrison remained devoted to his Navy career, serving for over 20 years in roles such as Paymaster and Petty Officer First Class on various ships. He concluded his service aboard the USS Chinook in 1976. After leaving the Navy, Harrison and his family relocated to San Diego, where he adapted to civilian life. Meanwhile, Joanne pursued a career in real estate and eventually opened her own office. When Harrison retired from the Navy for good in 1979, he was eager to join Joanne in the real estate business, beginning a new chapter in their lives together. However, even after exiting the Navy, Harrison's life continued to take unexpected turns, proving that his journey was far from over. Harrison and his wife Joanne held optimistic views regarding their expanding real estate business. Unfortunately, things took a downturn when the real estate market declined and interest rates soared to 18%. This challenging situation forced Harrison to confront massive financial losses, amounting to $1 million. Ultimately, his business collapsed in 1981. Years later, on June 25, 2018, Harrison passed away after a long struggle with Parkinson's disease. His death left many feeling a profound sense of loss, but his influence and legacy endure. After his passing, his wife Joanne, their 3 sons, 10 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren sought comfort in each other and their strong family bonds. In his will, Harrison appointed his son Rick to manage his estate and oversee his affairs. However, it surprised everyone when it was revealed that his youngest son, Christopher Keith Harrison, had been deliberately excluded from the will. This revelation sparked questions and curiosity about the motives behind such a decision. Just 2 days after his passing, the TV show, Pawn Stars, paid tribute to Harrison with a special episode titled, A Treasure Remembered. This episode featured memorable moments from the show and heartfelt interviews celebrating the impact Harrison had on those around him. But that wasn't the most shocking development. In 2022, Rick encountered an unexpected challenge when his mother Joanne took legal action against him. She sought a temporary restraining order to prevent him from altering the family business finances. This action was part of a larger lawsuit regarding the ownership of their well-known Las Vegas business, prominently featured on their reality TV show. The growing tensions within the family were evident, with legal advisors increasingly involved. At 81 years old, Joanne worried that Rick might jeopardize her financial security. The situation escalated further when she threatened to remove him from the family trust, although Rick was largely unaware of her actions. He believed that her decisions were being swayed by others who did not have her best interests at heart. Despite Rick's attempts to engage in serious discussions with his mother in the months leading up to these events, he was unsuccessful. He suspected that external influences significantly impacted her choices. This family drama became even more complicated as Joanne focused on determining where her financial assets had gone since her husband's death. Legal documents and emails from September to December indicated her urgent need for improved financial support. The payments of $85,000 in 2020 were insufficient to cover her monthly medical expenses, which were around $115,000, including the cost of a full-time caregiver. Joanne's worries about her financial future grew more pressing as she attempted to locate her assets and secure her well-being. As their television fame expanded, so did their personal and legal troubles. A complicated family issue arose when a mother suspected that her son had secretly used her money to secure a $3 million loan without her explicit consent. This family drama resulted in a lawsuit against the Harrison family in the District Court of Las Vegas. The lawsuit was initiated by a man named Daniel Callahan, who alleged that Harrison and his son Rick failed to provide adequate security at their pawn shop. Consequently, Callahan claimed he suffered injuries that cost him $220,000. He stated that after a dispute over a rifle he had brought to the shop, he was forcibly removed and pushed onto the sidewalk. Corey, Harrison's grandson, defended his family during the lawsuit. He clarified that neither his grandfather Harrison nor his father Rick were involved in the incident with Callahan. Corey asserted that their primary focus was ensuring everyone in the shop's safety, which was the reason Callahan was asked to leave. However, this was not the only legal issue at hand. Another lawsuit was filed against A&E Network, the History Channel, and the entire cast of the show, including Harrison. This lawsuit was brought forth by Wayne F. Jeffs, a Las Vegas promoter who had managed Harrison and Chumlee Russell's TV careers. Jeffs had previously helped run a popular Las Vegas restaurant and played a significant role in launching the Pawn Stars show. He also contributed to funding a local Independence Day celebration. However, Jeffs claimed that as the show gained popularity, his role diminished and he was eventually let go without receiving the fees and royalties he was owed. This dispute arose because the cast of Pawn Stars disagreed with plans for a spin-off series, which they first learned about from TMZ. The lawsuit underscored the ongoing tensions behind the scenes of the beloved show. Yet, this wasn't the worst part. In addition to these legal challenges, Harrison faced personal difficulties. At 17, he and his girlfriend Kim experienced excitement and nervousness upon discovering her pregnancy. Tragically, they endured the heartbreak of a miscarriage. Despite this sorrow, they remained strong and eventually married, later welcoming their first child, Corey. Their joy increased with the birth of their second son, Adam, but shortly after, their marriage encountered difficulties, ultimately leading to their separation. During this challenging time, Harrison met Tracy on a blind double date. They hit it off immediately and moved in together just 9 months later, marrying 8 months afterward. Together, they raised Corey and Adam. As time passed, Harrison found love again with a woman named Deanna Burdett, who quickly captured his heart. On Valentine's Day, he surprised Burdett by proposing with an engagement ring, and she joyfully accepted. Their wedding took place in Laguna Beach, California, with friends and family joining in the celebration. Chumlee from Pawn Stars served as the ring bearer, while Danny Coker from Counting Cars officiated the ceremony. The rock band Steel Panther performed at the reception, adding a lively and energetic atmosphere to the event. This wedding not only honored their love but also reflected the vibrant spirit Harrison brought to his life and career. Stars played a significant role in shaping Harrison's life, influencing his daily experiences in numerous ways. He and his ex-wife, Brid, navigated the highs and lows of marriage, but their relationship ultimately ended in September of 2020. Following that, Harrison found love once more and married Amanda Palmer in 2021. As of January 2024, they remained happily together. However, this was not the most difficult chapter of Harrison's journey. A different, heart-wrenching episode unfolded in Rick's life, profoundly altering him forever. In January 2024, Rick endured an unimaginable loss when his son, Adam, passed away at the young age of 39. The cause of Adam's death was attributed to a lethal combination of fentanyl and methamphetamine found in his system. The Clark County Office of the Medical Examiner deemed his death accidental. Adam had been reported missing since January 17 after losing contact for some time. Tragically, on January 19, his landlord discovered him unresponsive and alerted the authorities. The heartbreaking news of Adam's passing became public when Rick shared a poignant post on Instagram, accompanied by a photo of him and Adam sharing a meal at a restaurant. In the post, Rick conveyed his profound love and grief with the heartfelt words, "You will always be in my heart. I love you, Adam." This message not only conveyed the tragic news but also revealed Rick's deep sorrow and enduring love for his son. What do you think is the impact of public figures sharing their personal tragedies on social media? Like, comment, and subscribe for more discussions.